Okay guys, so I'm back for part 3. Like I said, if it's a little echoey, you're in the art and book room that we're currently working on. So I'm going to be reviewing A Court of Silver Flames. I'm going to be reviewing part 3, the Valkyrie. So part 3, I do like that Nesta came out and told her feelings and how she's feeling to like all her friends and stuff. Like you start to see like in like in part 3 you see that she's starting to become in terms with of starting to open up to like friends of hers, from what I'm from what I'm catching on to. But also I like the fact that her training with Amory and Gwen, I love the fact that they formed that friendship of learning to like, train for battle if they need to train for battle. Because I don't want to give too much away, because I do want, like, if you haven't read the series, I recommend reading the whole series. But for me, I also want to say I can relate so much to Nesta that the things she endured, I know what it's like for some parts of it, especially when she went back to look at her old house. But yeah, I know what it's like to feel like you're like alone in life. You know what I mean? Like you feel alone in life, but you don't want nobody around you, but at the same time you do want people around you, if that makes sense. I do hate the fact though is, you know how a lot of us hate Tamlin? How I'm gonna put it is, why don't we give that same hate to Rhys and Farrah for doing the same exact thing what Tamlin did to Farrah, but they did to Nesta? I mean, I get why they did it. I get it. Because look at the person she's become through like the whole book. And this is how much more I gotta go, guys. So I gotta do like part 4. But look how far she's become. So I get it why. And she did become to where she's starting to feel feelings where she didn't want to be feeling them at all. And I get it. Because she's been hurt through so much in her life that now she's kind of letting people in, but at the same time she's still like, should I? Because every time I do, bad things happen. So I get it. But part 3, I'm like, wow. The only thing that kind of makes me mad by the end of part 3 though is those people spying on her and now they just took her to like, what's about to happen. Because if you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. That does piss me off, because I feel like if Cassian wouldn't have said what he said, she wouldn't have pushed him away, and then this wouldn't have happened. Again, I'm about to read part 4, so yeah. The other things that I can mention in the book is just like, I don't know, yes, other characters developed their lives in the books, but also I feel like Nesta developed so much and been through so much, and she's coming into the character that you can probably like really relate to, but at the same time is like really feel for her of why she was the way she was throughout each book as we read on. Because at first I did not like Nesta at all. I'm like, I might not like her book because everybody's saying, oh, well, if you read all the books, you might hate her character. But as I started reading her book, I'm like, wow, I really, really, really relate to her in so many levels. I'm like, okay, I resonate with her character. And actually, I'm glad that, because after part 1, I'm like, this book is really slow. Like, is it gonna be like all the other ones? And then I'm glad I kind of pushed through because it's just, wow. I can't wait to read part 4. But yeah, I wanted to give you my review and thoughts on that. And by the end of me doing part 4, I'll just do a review on that too. So you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the parts that you want to do, but I'll also do a full review on the book as well at the end of it. But yeah, like if you haven't read the series, I do recommend it all. But go from the first book the whole way up to this book. But also, I can't wait to see what book is next in that series. Hopefully, Sarah does give us something soon. And it kind of makes me just want to be like, should I wait to read part 4? So that way, like that. Because it's like, I don't want the story to end, but at the same time, it's like, I need more. Like, I want more. Like, I need to know what happens next. But in my fear of going into part 4, like, is any of the characters, you know? Like, if you know, you know. Because I don't want to give too much away. But at the same time, I'm like, should I read on? So, yeah. What was I going to say? Because I couldn't blink. I just want to see, also want to see, like, what happens with, like, Nesta and Cassian. But I also want to see, for the rest of the book, how all her relationships get put back together. You know what I mean? Did she have it to where she was able to, when she did apologize to people, because I'm not going to say what people, because I don't want to spoil it, but how did everything turn out to then? And also, I want to know about, like, one more thing, because I don't want to spoil it either, but, like, I hope one person, or actually 2 people, you know, are ending up okay, because like I said, I don't want to spoil it and be like, oh, well, here's this. But I should have said in the beginning, don't listen, because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it, but I didn't, so I'm sorry. But yeah, wanted to give you guys my thoughts and stuff, and I will see you in the next video for me reviewing part 4 of this. But in between this review, if I'm posting a little bit more videos before part 4 review, I will get to part 4. But I'm gonna try to read it as fast as I can to get that out to you and then do a full review to you guys. And I'm gonna end it here because this video is already 8 minutes long. And I will see you guys in my next video with this review to finish out the book. Bye guys.